Why would you think I would read that? Yeah. Why do you think I would read the same thing you read?
I thought you just read it for fun.
I learned things in school. From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
This is Pod Therapy. Real people, real problems, and real therapists. You can submit your questions anonymously at podtherapy.net or email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. From the churn, that's me, and that's Whitney, and Jim's not here.
Gone.
This is Pod Therapy. So here's the thing.
Great.
I can't unlock my computer. It
Did
froze.
you try too many?
No, what it is it's like the numbers at the top 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 don't work anymore, and so like I have to really hit it really hard,
buddy,
and
use your computer for the wrong things, dude.
You're gonna have to get a Bluetooth keyboard for your existing laptop keyboard.
Well, luckily it's touchscreen.
Okay.
But I just can't put it in fast enough. So when you hit play, then I'm like, oh shit, I'm not ready. I don't know how to open this.
He's not fast with his hands.
So
no Jim Jobin tonight. We just found out at the last minute that Jim's not here. We hope Jim's okay.
Yeah.
We assume that he's not.
Yeah, I mean,
we assume that there is.
I assume that every day.
We assume there is a huge tale of woe being written right now.
Yes.
That we will all hear about later.
Yes.
Also, we were supposed to do a double tonight. I bet we won't do a double now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet we don't.
I bet we'll just do the one now.
That's fine.
And then we'll make Jim do a double later.
Yeah.
We could almost not do the one. Good night, everybody.
That was great.
Well, I guess we're done.
Okay.
Can we just go drink whiskey now?
Jacob now has the script.
Oh, okay, great.
So, excellent. So thank everybody. Thank you all for joining us for this wonderful episode that we are going to throw together. Let's see how this goes.
It's going to be good stuff.
It's going to be so fun.
I mean, if Jim's not here, that's fine. I can prepare myself. I can be like, okay, so obviously I'm going to have to carry the episode.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
We're all writing on your
which
back.
I'm fine to do. I'm a professional. I've been doing this now for years.
Yeah, a few years. How many?
A number of years.
A number. More than 2.
Okay.
More than 2 years.
Sure.
So,
I'm proud
but
of
yeah,
you.
speaking of podcast news, maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this yet, but I'm going to be a guest.
Ooh.
On another podcast that I'm
Does
really
this other
excited
podcast
about.
have a name?
I think
you
so.
cheating son of a bitch.
You're right.
I think here's the thing. I don't know the name of it. It is I
thought you were being like all coy about it.
No.
I don't have that information.
I don't know the name. I should have.
It's a new podcast.
You know what? I should have not even started talking.
Nope, we're here. We're here now.
It sure is a shame that Whitney and I brought this topic up.
Good thing next to the professional.
No, but it is tangentially related
I thought
to
you
our
said
show.
Tangentially related.
Yep. And it's about music.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes. So it's all about talking about people's experiences with music.
Oh, great.
And I'm like, oh, I got stories. I'm so
that'll
excited.
be fun.
You do.
Very, very excited. I will have more.
Do I
about
know
this
the host?
next week? You do.
Okay. I think I know what show you're talking about then.
I don't think you do.
I don't? Okay.
I don't think so.
Maybe
He
not
doesn't
then.
know the name, so we don't.
Yeah, because I didn't even know this podcast existed until very, very
I don't know why
recently.
we're being coy. Is it Reddy's podcast?
It is not.
Okay.
No, I don't know Reddy.
Okay.
I mean, I've met him once, but I don't. Yeah.
Reddy Rich records Penn Sunday School. Right. He has a podcast that he's been working on called, I believe, Stereo Image.
Oh.
And he does a deep dive into different like music types and music that was important to people as they were going through different times of their lives and that kind of thing. But it talks music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds very similar to the show that you're going on.
Very similar.
Yeah. Maybe you could just share that interview with Reddy, and then he could just post it. He could just, like, in post, put himself in asking the questions.
Yeah, that's a great idea. There you go.
So smart.
All right.
We got a letter today from Doubting Myself as a Therapist. Hello. I'm a longtime listener and have even submitted questions regarding advice from the Three Stooges and Whitney.
Yay.
Well, I don't even know who you mean by that. I mean, there's Nick, there's Jim. I mean, they're Stooges, and there's Whitney. I mean, you clearly don't mean Whitney, and the only other person on the show is me. I mean, you couldn't mean me, so I just don't know what you mean. I guess I'll just move on. I guess I only have the letter to go on, so I don't have any more information. I am a licensed mental health clinical counselor for over a year and have been practicing for 4 years. I still find myself thinking, what the fuck am I doing as I continue to practice in an independent substance abuse treatment center? Oh, sorry, inpatient treatment abuse, or inpatient substance abuse treatment center. I love what I do, and I love the population I serve. I do not see myself going anywhere. However, at times, we get tough cases that make me question my abilities and knowledge. For example, I have a patient that is diagnosed with alcoholism use disorder, PTSD, and obsessive compulsive and related disorder, hoarding.
Ooh.
I can understand how these three illnesses correlate with each other. However, when I am with the patient practicing CBT or DBT, what are those things?
Cognitive behavioral therapy or dialectic behavioral therapy.
And we've talked about CBT, some would say ad nauseum on this show. And what about DBT? What is DBT?
DBT was actually created more for borderline personality disorders.
Yeah.
Marsha Linehan, I believe, created that.
Yeah.
Have you ever used it?
I haven't. There was a therapist I worked with at that agency we worked at together who was very into it, working with teens in foster care. But I never ended up.
Would that be for the PTSD and or OCD?
I do think the OCD,
that's what I was going to guess as well.
DBT will help a lot with OCD traits. So
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've read a little bit on DBT, but
it's about like riding the wave of anxiety and things like that instead of resisting it. Like it really feeds into those types of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I can understand how these three illnesses correlate with each other. However, when I am with the patient practicing CBT or DBT or trauma-focused therapy, it seems like she does not open up. She shuts me down and can manipulate me with her cute old lady self.
Ooh.
This is followed with negative talk to myself and questioning my competence as a professional in the field. Any advice or ideas on how to help this patient in this particular scenario would be just fabulous. I appreciate any inhuman ideas you may have. I believe that says inhumane. Side note, I appreciate the many laughs and giggles your program has to offer and the advice you've given me in my previous questions. Keep up the good work. Whitney,
Yay.
I'm a forever fan. Aww. Just kidding. Jacob is cool. And the other guy, you pick which one. Sincerely, baby therapist in Minnesota. Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
We had that conversation before recording.
I think we got some feedback for you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like to compare it to snowmobiling.
Oh, I love Nick's analogy.
No, I just wanted to Minnesota to find a way to work in
ice fishing.
Oh, speaking of which, hang on, Ryder.
Are you going to
just sit tight for a moment. Spam texts are getting crazy.
Yeah, they are.
What did you get?
Okay, I've gotten 2 in the last 2 days. One of them was just, hey, do you have a minute to talk?
Okay.
Yeah, and somehow they used Jim's phone number for that. I don't know. I reported it. I don't know what the deal is. But no, the other one that I got today, how about a fishing trip tomorrow? The weather's perfect for it.
Okay, do you see these on Reddit?
Yes, the answer to that is just yes.
Just yes. And then you know what they'll
Joke's
say?
on you. You took me on a fishing trip.
Respond to them, and then they'll say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, wrong number."
Yeah.
And then they're like, give me your money.
But then I wonder what the catch is, because somehow that's going to be... And it might just be like a phishing to try to see, is this phone number active?
Sure.
Type
probably. Thing. I'm not...
I've followed... There's a page on Reddit I look at that people respond to those types of texts, and they just troll the shit out of the person.
That's always fun.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I wish I had the time to do that.
I got one yesterday that was just, are you working tonight?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bad thing is I assumed that was a spam text message.
Yeah. That was me, Jacob. You didn't respond.
You got blocked and reported.
Fuck. Okay.
All right. Back to the writer.
All right. Patient. Let's see. We have alcoholism, use disorder, PTSD, and OCD related for hoarding. She's a little old lady. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how old they say old ladies. She's probably like 40.
Yeah. She's 6 months younger than Whitney.
I know, pretty much. Damn it. How can that be? I'm only 23.
Yeah.
She shuts me down and can manipulate me with her cute old lady self.
That part, like this woman, I'm going to just assume that it is in fact an old lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This woman has been dealing with other people like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
For longer than you have been a practicing therapist.
Yeah.
So the fact that this woman is just better at this than you are and is better at having this conversation that she has had many times throughout her life and you've never had before.
That's a really good
not
point.
with her. Like, she knows what she's doing because she's done this already.
Yep.
So
100%.
don't feel bad about that part.
Yeah, and I can say too that the kind of doubting yourself thing, that doesn't necessarily go away. That
Yeah.
is
It probably
always going to
shouldn't
be
go
around.
away.
I don't think it should. I mean,
If you think you're perfect, then something's probably wrong.
There's
Yeah.
way too many things to know, quote unquote, know as a clinician. It's
Yes.
just damn near impossible. You can't. You got to pick your lane a little bit, like or your realm, I would say. Like,
Exactly. And I've been working in the field of substance use disorder treatment for 20 years now.
Jeez.
I know.
How can that be? You're only 25. So I
was
still don't
born
get
into
it.
this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, like, I feel like it's going to sound very arrogant.
I love it.
I feel like I'm very, very good at what I do.
I would agree.
Golf?
No, fuck no.
Okay, good.
If I was good at golf, you would. That's all I would talk about.
I feel like I
would-
can imagine
yeah.
Nick like entering the Zen zone when he's with a client like this and just honing in like, I know exactly what to do with your little ass right now. Like we're about to like Jedi.
I'm about to
like,
therapize the shit out of you.
therapize the shit out of you. Like I don't know.
Gonna
I
Jedi
picture
mind
it.
trick this. Yeah, but I mean, and it's just years of doing it.
Yeah.
You just get and every time you just learn something new. So I tried to learn something new from every interaction I had with a client. And over 15, 20 years of doing that, you just keep the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff,
Right.
and you just get better as you go. But I will tell you, for as much confidence as I have in my skills as a drug and alcohol counselor, even in the last few years of doing it, when I was doing clinical work, there was always a case that came up that is like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Just kind of knocks you over a little.
Yeah,
You're
and
like,
it's usually these like crazy situations that happen.
Yeah.
Where it's 4 a.m. We got this new intake. They just came in and they're actively psychotic. What do we do?
Yeah, they're calling you.
And yes, and it's like, okay, well, I'm the clinical director. I got to make a call here.
Right.
I got to figure this out. Is this mental health, or is this bath salts? What is it exactly that's happening? And so there's situations like that where I feel like I feel like a first-year graduate student.
In that situation, are you also the one who is kind of making the call on whether to call 911?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Or doing contacting our psychiatrist to do a legal hold or
Great.
something like that, or referring them out someplace. And then it's usually an argument, because if you're working for a for-profit treatment center,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, we are not capable to deal with this individual, we need to refer them out. And then upper
That's money
management
out of
does
the
not
bed.
like that, because that's money walking out the door. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we can handle that. You guys are good. You're skilled.
God.
It's like,
Drive
no,
me
we're
crazy.
Wait.
not.
No.
You can't fucking do this.
What is the objection that the upper management has to calling the ambulance? Is it
Client leaves and you can't bill for that day.
that's it?
So you've been paying
Yes.
people to meet with them to maybe like Nick's now getting paid to be on this call and all that, but the person leaves and doesn't.
Yeah,
pay
you still
anything.
have your expenses.
Yeah,
Your expenses for the day are always going to be
Right.
there. But now this person who maybe has good insurance is now not at your facility.
and may not come back after. They may
Yeah.
refer him somewhere else.
And
Gotcha.
you have to remember too that with some of these like for-profit treatment centers where they're billing private insurance, we're talking thousands of dollars a day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a big deal when they're not there. So yeah, I mean that's a whole nother thing. But
But it's not like the treatment center has like its own insurance or something and is paying the hospital bill.
No,
Like it's
no,
not tied
no,
in
no,
like
no.
that. Okay,
No, nothing
they're not
like that.
losing
It's just-
money. They're not making money.
It's just a lack of income.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So you got all the expenses and no income coming
Okay.
in. Yeah.
My go-to was the biggest help when I was a baby therapist, and even just starting out after being licensed, is having people to staff clients with, like either a supervisor or another colleague, like someone to kind of call. I still do that, if I get stuck with a client, like, hey, we're kind of spinning in circles or whatever, like I feel like I'm not really helping them, and starting to let those thoughts creep in, like, gosh, am I even good at what I do, or why am I stuck? And having someone else's perspective can be really helpful, and someone who maybe has more experience than you. That can be really helpful too. So that was one of the things I was going to ask. And I'm sure you're already doing this if you're at an inpatient facility, like there's rounds or something. I don't know. Do y'all do that at substance use facilities?
Not necessarily. I mean, it kind of depends on the program itself. But, if it's residential, and the writer uses inpatient, and there's actually a difference between inpatient and residential.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
Yeah, so like residential is clinically managed, whereas inpatient is medically managed.
Mm-hmm.
And so if there's not a medical team there, it's residential. I've worked in both, and
quit bragging.
Dr. Jacobs here.
Yeah. And so it's
with the tangent. I've worked in both.
I've done everything, a bit of
That's
everything.
a South Park. I've worked in both.
But the residential programs, you don't. It seems like there's a lot less of that because you don't have the medical component. Like
gotcha.
I think
that's
like
true.
the medical component seems to have a lot better grasp, I think, on like supervision and case staffing, case consultation, and stuff like that.
Is that just because there's more laws basically surrounding the medication?
I think my guess is I feel like it's more just training.
Okay.
It's because like that's kind of part of that environment that they were trained in, that this is what you do.
Gotcha.
And you kind of communicate and you got to share information and all that. And then whereas residential,
do they have more training than someone who might be working kind of a similar position in a residential spot?
Not necessarily more. It's more about just a different mindset or
Gotcha.
a different philosophy. There's a lot of stuff, and this just drives me up the wall. There's a lot of shit that we do in drug and alcohol treatment that if you sit and think about it, you're like, why in the fuck do we do this?
Right.
Because no other part of healthcare operates the way that we do.
Right.
And the reason why is because we were never considered part of healthcare. Because our origins weren't in hospitals.
Sure.
Our industry started from the 12-step programs.
Yeah, you started in church basements.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it grew from there, and then it wasn't until we were well established and medicine was well established where we figured out, these two
There's
are
a
doing
medical
the same
component.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it's like now we're trying to fit this puzzle piece into this puzzle, and
right.
sometimes there's a lot of
if Nick
parts
sounds
that don't
like
fit.
he's making hand gestures off mic, it's because he's making hand gestures off mic.
Yeah, and when I do that,
those are sexual
it's
gestures.
weird because the microphone just gets further.
Yeah, it's like the microphone is in his hand, and for some reason it doesn't go with him.
You can hear me. Anyway.
It's probably fine.
I think it'll be fine. Jacob's got really good microphones. I think they're going to pick up all that.
So here's the thing, Ryder. I think for me, the thing that I think is most helpful when it comes to substance use, if you do nothing else, I feel like you have to build rapport. And I say substance use, but it's probably the same for mental health.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, it's very important for all of it. But I think with substance use, it feels like you kind of have a limited amount of time. So you're working in a residential program. It's supposed to be based off of their progress, how long they're in treatment. But in reality, you probably have a time limit.
Okay.
Excuse me. Where like this person's going to be here for, could be 21 days, 28 days, whatever. So you're kind of operating off of that. And so you kind of feel rushed and like, okay, we got to get stuff done. We got to get stuff done. I would really focus on building rapport. And then once you've built rapport, because I've worked with so many people like this where they're so good. And it's exactly what Jacob said. It's like, because they know how to play the system. They've been through treatment before. They know
it's not their first time having this conversation.
Yeah. They know like,
They
okay,
can
well,
avoid.
I'm gonna get along really well with my counselor. I'm gonna know what things to talk about. Like I've got a lot of clients that kind of figure this out too, where they come into my office and they're like, okay, let's talk about music for a little bit. Oh, how's your golf game going? How is this? Because it's like anything to not talk about what's happening with them.
Yeah.
And you just kind of be quick with it. And then once you've established that rapport, then you can kind of start confronting them a little bit more about that.
That's what I was going to mention.
And one thing that I always used to do is I used to just bring it and just say right up front, it's like, I feel like you're talking about this. You're bringing this up because you don't want to talk about what's happening.
Yes, just starting to point out the obvious, I say the obvious, but what you see.
Yeah, and then it's very disarming to be on the other end of that and know that like, oh, I just got called out. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. I was just going to mention that. It's the last thing that came to mind too. If she's not opening up or shuts you down and then tries to manipulate, just pointing out, hey, it seems like you aren't really comfortable talking about this today. Because then they'll at least be like, yeah, I'm not. Then you can say, oh, why is that? Or if they say, no, I'm not uncomfortable. Okay, well, can I go back and re-ask you that?
Yeah.
Like, it kind of opens the door for either way.
yeah, I think the worst thing that you could do. No, I'm not going to say that because as soon as I say that, then Jacob's going to figure out something worse.
I had
worse
at
to say.
least 3 things in my head already.
Go on. He said.
I was all set for however you ended that sentence.
A not good thing that you could do. Here's
By far,
One
the
of many.
single worst thing you could possibly do to a patient is go on, Nick.
Okay. I'll say the trap to not fall into is don't try to out manipulate them.
Yes.
So you're not going to, they're trying to be sneaky and trying to control the conversation. Don't try to be sneaky back and try to do the same thing. Because then it's just going to turn into a pissing match and neither of you are going to get
And
anywhere.
they can see that too.
Oh, for
They'll
sure.
see that.
Yeah.
It takes
And you already know that they're good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're clearly good at that. So don't do that. Do your thing. Do the thing that you're good at, which is being a therapist and shining light on the situation, not falling in and doing the routine that they want to do.
Yeah. And I here's the thing. I would that's my advice. And then the other piece of this too, don't think too hard about this. Don't beat yourself up over this, or don't feel like you're, kind of
failing as a therapist.
Yeah, that you're not doing a good job. This is all normal
Yes.
stuff. I mean, 20 years of doing this work, I still have that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go away. You just learn to kind of cope with it, and you just kind of realize that this is just the nature of the game.
It's the nature of the game. You'll have good days and bad days. You'll start picking up on things easier and quicker. And yeah, that's just part of the journey. It sucks in the beginning because of that. You're just like, what the hell am I doing? I've done all the training. I've had a little bit of practice, and then you're kind of thrown out in the ocean saying, please don't sink.
But also remember that's everyone.
That is.
No one comes out of training for any job. Nobody comes out of training, school, anything for any career, any path, and gets into it. And everyone else is not getting into their job straight out of college, going like, "Oh, I got this." Like they're all saying the same things that you're saying about your job, just about their jobs.
Yeah.
They just don't have as many hoarder, sweet little old ladies to deal with in their like construction management career.
Exactly.
Not none, but fewer.
I know. I just saw this recently. It was talking about the paradoxical way we live life, where it gave a lot of examples, but this reminds me of it, where they're talking about like when you start working out, you feel weak to get stronger.
Right.
And like just the idea behind that, you have to be scared to be brave. Like you have to go through these struggles in the beginning to feel more confident later on. And this is, it is.
Yeah, because you're going to get to the point where like the next time this comes up, you're going to be like, oh, I've dealt with this before, and you're going to have a few more tricks in your bag of tricks there to deal with. And then in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, this is going to walk in your door, and you're not even going to blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that actually with a lot of clients in residential treatment too. Like, because you got to realize that like when people start using drugs and alcohol, their emotional maturity and problem solving skills pretty much stop at that point.
Yes.
So if they started using at 14 years old,
Right.
Yes. This is real.
Yeah. I always used to joke that
people don't realize that, I think.
we worked.
That is not talked about much at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I felt a lot of days I felt like I was the superintendent of a junior high school.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's kind of what it felt like.
People, especially if they're in RTCs and shit by their 20s, that's what they were doing in middle school.
Yeah.
They're like,
and so I would, oftentimes like any little thing would set them off. Like, we're out of cornflakes, and it's like just this is the end of the world. And so, having a conversation with
it
them,
is a
like,
big fucking deal. Don't misunderstand.
It is.
Cornflakes
Oh,
are
and
a
if we
big
run out of
deal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Go fuck yourself.
burn this place to the ground.
Yeah.
but
Call the insurance company and tell them there's going to be a fire.
honestly, in all seriousness, it was coffee.
Oh, sure. That
If
just
you
makes
run
sense.
out of coffee.
You know what?
Holy
I'm not even
shit.
mad about that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But anyway, like, having that conversation with people about like, you kind of told me about your story and your challenges with drugs and alcohol and like how bad it was. Like, think of where you were at the worst, like living behind a dumpster, like looking for food, using dirty needles. It's like, okay, you've lived through that.
Yeah.
You survived that. we can handle the cornflakes. You know,
Fuck those cornflakes.
Yeah, it's like once you've done that, it's like the rest of the world, like
you've
let's
forgotten.
Put this in
Let's remind you a little bit.
Like the rest of the world, like you can handle a lot of shit. You know. So anyway,
that's true.
But one shouldn't have to handle a lack of cornflakes.
Correct.
Or coffee.
I believe that's what Geneva decided.
That's how we know there's no God.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good question, baby therapist in Minnesota.
Thank you for writing in.
Good luck. Stick with it, and just build up that practice. And the more you work at it, the easier it's just going to get.
You're going to be a badass.
Yeah, like everything. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss my sister. We're listening to Pod Therapy.
Jacob's sister. Today's episode is brought to you by Robert Brownie Jr., Mintz, Kayla Lansbury, Kevin Chamberlain, Ben Stanley, Adam Hathaway, Dan Martin, Lib, Hey Yo, Andrew Langmead, Chad, Mag, Ika La Prince. If you'd like to sponsor the show, become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy. All right, we got some music trivia.
Ooh.
This
True.
is from Emma. True, we do. 1 point to Jacob.
Yes. Early read.
From Emma, these are mistaken lyrics.
Okay.
Okay. First one I know Jacob's going to get, so we're going to give it to Whitney.
Good.
Oh.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy, Jimi Hendrix. What is the correct lyrics? Correct lyric.
Wait, I thought you were going to read the incorrect lyric.
I did.
You said, excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the correct lyric from Jimi Hendrix' fabulously gay album.
Yes. Correct.
The Jimi Hendrix fabulously gay experience.
I think I missed something here. I'm just going to say I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you options.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be kiss this guy, which is what Jacob is
Purporting.
Kiss the sky, kiss goodbye, or kiss the night?
I feel like the sky would be some shit I would get wrong, so I think that one.
You are correct.
Yes. I am notorious for singing the wrong lyrics and just not giving a fuck.
Oh, what song was it? It was, it was an Elton John song when I actually looked up the lyrics. And I was like, oh, shit, that's what he's saying.
Oh, there's a few Elton John songs where the lyrics get into the weeds fast.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
I think Benny and the Jets might be one. There are a few of them where he really gets into it.
Crocodile Rock was another one.
Yep.
Yep. Saturday night.
Yep.
Yep.
That's fun.
Okay.
Saturday night, I'm going to kiss this guy. Oh, Saturday night. That's just the real lyric.
Yes. Okay, Jacob.
This guy.
This one I did not know. Verily, cease not thine steadfast faith, for this merry dream be no jest.
That was for the Simps. What was it
What?
that Laura said? That's for...
What Creed
That's
song
remedial.
did you just quote?
Oh, if it was Creed, I'd know it. Guarantee. Verily, cease not thine steadfast faith.
Verily,
this
cease
merry-
not their faith.
For this merry dream be no jest.
Definitely Creed.
I think it's from Prospero's final monologue in The Tempest, Shakespeare's
thank you.
shortest play.
In case it isn't, I'll give you options.
Okay.
Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. So we're just naming the song. I don't know what the actual lyric is.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it in Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, Don't Stop Believin', Journey, Faith, George Michael, or Hold On, Wilson Phillips?
Oh, shit.
Man.
That's
Wilson Phillips, I feel like they alliterate very well.
You just named 4 songs that I would have thought if that line had been in any of them.
I would know.
I thought I would know.
Yeah, I feel the same right now. I'm like, well, shit.
What? Say the line again.
Verily cease not thine steadfast faith, for this merry dream be no jest.
Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Gotta have
Yeah, you're going to have to sing all of them.
I know, right? All the songs.
Okay, so that's 16 minutes about.
Okay, so I don't think it's faith.
Read the options again.
Wilson Phillips.
Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi.
That
Don't
Yeah.
Stop Believin' by Journey, or Hold On, Wilson Phillips.
It's got to be Wilson Phillips. I'll say Wilson Phillips.
Really?
That would have been my guess.
Okay. No, it is not. It's Don't Stop Believin'.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, so we're going to have to listen to that
There's
song.
more than just the chorus.
Apparently.
All right, Whitney.
Oh, okay.
Sweet dreams are made of cheese. What is the
Sweet
correct?
dreams are made of these.
What is the correct lyric?
That's what I think it is, but I could be wrong. Okay. Do I have to guess, or do you give me options?
I can give you options if you want them.
Do I get 2 points if I guess right?
Sure.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Is that all I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Yay!
The fuck is this game?
Who am I to disagree?
Also, I've just looked up the lyrics for "Don't Stop Believin'."
Ooh,
I don't see the word
shenanigans?
"verily" in this song at all.
Verily.
That could have been the
That's
wrong.
a name.
That was the wrong.
Oh, the
lyric.
wrong
So, is there
lyric.
anything that could have been mistaken?
Oh,
For verily.
Wow.
"Verily's" the first word, right?
Yes.
I like that Jacob gets the hard ones.
I really.
It's
Yes.
may have been in set up that
I'm
Wait,
just
say-
really good
say
at
the
this
line
game.
way. Let's see. Okay.
Cheese.
Verily, cease not thine steadfast faith.
Nope, that's
for
it up.
these merry dream this merry dream be no jest.
I have no idea. Give me the next question.
Okay. You're naming the song and the band.
And the band.
Lucky me.
Okay. British rock band warns about a large metaphorical cataclysm, then spends most of the song insisting they can't be stopped.
Oh. Like the oh.
You want options?
Like,
It's the end
right.
of the world as we know it.
Yeah, it would be REM.
That would.
I'm going to give you options.
I don't think REM's British. Go ahead.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Uh-huh.
We Will Rock You by Queen.
Uh-huh.
Are they
A
all by
large
Queen?
metaphorical cataclysm. We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust by
Ooh.
Queen. Or Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Don't stop me now.
Now I want to listen to Queen on my way home.
All right, you could do worse.
I know.
What's the line again?
There's no line.
Oh, and it's not a line.
It's a
They're
description of the
describing
song.
Oh, right. What's the description?
A British rock band warns about a large metaphorical cataclysm, then spends most of the song insisting they can't be stopped.
I mean, is it not
Don't stop me now, I guess?
Yes.
I know,
Great.
okay,
Oh,
that's
wait. No, that's what I thought too. It's We Will Rock You.
You're
would've
gonna
guessed.
be a big man someday. I guess it's warning. Disgrace, somebody better put you back into your place.
Okay.
We will
There we go.
Huh. All right.
learn something new every day.
Boy, I'm glad I
Still
got
do.
that point for the true answer at the beginning.
Wow, Jacob, you suck.
Yeah, you're terrible. Jesus.
I forgot I had to get ready to read the next thing,
Yeah,
too.
get ready.
Let's see. Doubting myself as a therapist. We've already done. Worried about my sister. Hello, Pod Therapy crew. See, it wasn't my sister. You thought it was my sister, but it wasn't. It was the writer's sister.
Sure.
A few months ago,
Fooled
I got
again.
a call from my sister, Ellen, saying she really needed to talk about something. She told me that a week prior, her husband, Henry, pulled a gun on himself in front of her and threatened to take his own life. She was able to calm him down and take the gun away from him, and apparently they talked it out, but apparently she still had some concerns. Sorry, I was rereading something. I thought I'd gotten something wrong, but I think I'm good. She blames herself and thinks it's because something is wrong with her. I obviously was very worried and suggested that they both get a therapist to help deal with this. It's been a couple of months since she told me this, and whenever I ask how they're doing, she's brushed it off like it's nothing and says he's been focusing on work, which is keeping him distracted, and she thinks it's helping him. Apparently, he saw a therapist, but it sounds like he only saw them once since the incident. Ellen has not seen a therapist, to my knowledge. I should also mention that a few years ago at a college party, Henry was accused of pinning a girl up against a wall and choking her. Henry denies it, and Ellen says she was in the bathroom at the time and didn't see anything, but two other friends said that they witnessed it. The girl pressed charges, but because his family has a lot of money, Henry didn't serve any time and was able to pay out a settlement to drop the charges. Ellen lost all of her friends from that party because she sided with Henry. Cool.
Dang.
Wow.
Because of the choking, between the choking accusation and now this, I'm feeling very concerned about my sister's safety. I can empathize with people with depression and that have suicidal thoughts, but pulling out a gun in front of Ellen feels manipulative, aggressive, and abusive. I guess my question is, I don't know how to handle this. They live across the country from me, so I can't really tell how things are going except from a few phone calls, but I don't trust Henry. At this point, I have zero desire to talk to this guy, but I also want to support my sister. I'm worried that if she realizes or even suspects that I don't like Henry, she may shut me out. She has also asked that I not tell anyone about the incident. Fortunately for you, no one listens to this show.
That's
Correct.
true. Well done.
I want to respect her request.
We don't even post these.
No. However, I am very concerned about Henry, and I don't know if I should make someone who lives closer to them aware of the situation, but I also don't want to break her trust. Any advice as far as how I can navigate this situation is very much appreciated. Thanks.
Woo-wee.
This is a big one.
It is.
Heavy one.
I know. I feel like I had a friend within the last year. Their sister was in a like I was reading this thinking, oh my gosh, this is almost identical to,
Oh wow.
Some things are different later on, but that I read, but I didn't think this was that common for people to be holding guns to their head in front of their
people need to get
spouses.
choked at a party. I mean,
Anyway,
Send your
sometimes
emails
it's needed.
depends,
to Jim.
depends on the
at
situation.
PodTherapyGuys.
Thanks, Jim, for stating that. Gosh, my first thought reading this, like my instinctual therapy reaction is, ooh, yikes, get away, yucky, is actually to really talk to your sister. I mean, approach her in a way that shows concern and care and question. I feel like questioning is super helpful in these situations. Like, hey, how have you felt? Have you felt in danger? Was that scary for you? Like getting her to kind of come to some of these realizations on her own, because I imagine she is pushing a lot down and trying to make excuses or minimize his behaviors. We do that as humans to survive sometimes, and we get very blinded by love and feelings we have. Or if you're in a situation where you feel stuck, like maybe there's finance, I mean, it seems like he has money, maybe she feels like financially secure with him and is overlooking these other really, really yucky behaviors because of that. I'm not excusing that her choice is there, but I just think that's how we are as people.
How much should we take the party incident into kind of consideration with it? How much are we thinking about both of these things together, and how much are we thinking of them as two things that are separate and maybe not related? I mean, it's the same person, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, here's my thought on that is...
And I'm saying, like, even if we say that the party incident just happened, even if we just take that as fact, I'm not debating that part.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, how much do we really want to talk about the two of them as a unit?
For me,
Right.
You don't really even need to. I think the second incident, or the most recent incident, is serious enough.
The pulling the gun out is all I want to talk about.
Yeah. I think you know, the earlier the party story maybe just adds a little bit of credibility to the seriousness of the situation.
Or kind of fleshes out the picture of who the person is for us a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that's what I feel.
And maybe not completely fairly, but you know.
Yeah, I feel like it's worth considering. I mean, we're not going to bring it up if I'm the writer. I'm not going to bring that up to my sister.
No.
But in my mind, that's it's like when we would work with, you know, juvenile sex offenders, we're asking.
I thought you were talking about woodworking.
Oh, well,
when we
talk
would
about
work,
that too.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, go on.
When we do that, we'd manipulate the shit out of that wood. I'd hold a gun to that head.
We always try to have a whittling section of the show every week.
Whittling. I feel like that should be a whittling section.
Anybody whittle anything interesting this week?
I'm gonna start a Zoom show that's just gonna be Whittling with Nick.
Whittling. I feel like I should start whittling with Whitney, and it's gonna be shit.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
don't do
right.
shit.
That sounds much better.
I want both of you to start these shows, and then we can bet on who will cut themselves severely the fastest.
It's gonna be so fast.
Because I don't even know which of you I would bet on.
I feel like you should place that bet, and so should the listeners.
I think we could do this, and this could just be a fun game for the listeners. Who's going to catastrophically injure themselves? We can have bets like,
chance.
Will someone lose a finger?
Oh, can it be sewn back on?
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, when you were working with kids.
Yes, working with kids with sexual behavior problems. One of the things we're asking in the assessment is like, what is your history? You know, did you light things on fire? Did you hurt animals? Did you hurt humans, like other humans? So we're asking these questions. So to me, that comes to play as a character, kind of what Jacob said, as like a character support for what
just brings him into a little more focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like what I've said multiple times on this show is the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior.
Sure.
Have you said that before?
I did now. Yes. About 2 seconds ago.
He said it, but it was with examples. He said it through a lot of metaphor.
Yeah. So I feel like that is an important part if you're asking
so
me.
This, as far as like how to deal with this kind of reminds me of something that one good piece of advice that Jacob had many years ago.
All right.
Many years ago. Let's go way back. We were talking, do you remember, Jacob, we were talking about
wow, shut down.
Whether or not like
I don't remember.
No.
It was a very similar situation. Somebody was writing in and their best friend or something was dating this abusive asshole.
Okay.
And so she was just like, how hard do I want to confront this behavior and all this? And the point that you brought up is that you should be supportive.
Oh, yeah.
If you drive this person away, it just makes them less likely to come back for you later.
Yes.
Because then it's like, well, now I have to admit that she was right.
Right.
Yep.
And I don't want to have to go through that, so I'm not going to reach out to her for support.
Yeah.
You're not in the area. You said you're a long
Across the
distance
country.
away. You're not there. What you can do outside of supporting your sister is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, honestly, I don't know what to tell you other than you gotta work on getting your mind wrapped around that. Because if you go to your sister and say this guy's an asshole, you got to leave him, and if you get on the you got to leave him train, then all that ever does is drive the loved one away.
Yeah.
That never has. I've never seen. In my experience, in my own personal, anecdotal, meaningless experience, I have never seen that work.
Yeah, because usually it's
not once.
You need to leave this guy. What happens is they leave the person.
Yeah,
the support person,
the friendship ends, or the sisterhood, is damaged. Sometimes critically, and sometimes that's just the end of that relationship.
Yep.
And then, what always happens later on is you hear like. I mean, that's not fair. I was going to say what happens later on is you hear the horror story about what happens to the friend. Of course, most of the time, what happens later on is exactly nothing.
You're right.
It's two people living not entirely happily.
Yep.
But not the end of the world. Sometimes it's tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, and Ryder, here's how I would deal with this situation, keeping in mind what Jacob is saying. And you would have to be the judge on how far you can actually go with this before you would lose your sister. And you know your sister better than we do. But here's what I would do.
Not Whitney. Whitney knows your sister very well. It's odd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy. Yeah. Kind of creepy. Because she doesn't know Whitney.
No.
That's what's creepy.
Well, that's true. But it doesn't take two people to be in a friendship, Nick. Okay? Just
You're right.
one.
She knows of Whitney. She's seen evidence of
She
Whitney.
does? Oh, my God.
Here's what I would do.
She's seen the peanut shells that Whitney leaves outside of her bedroom window. Whitney needed a snack.
I would
Sunflower seeds.
I would approach the sister and just say, hey, look, with this recent situation, I'm really scared.
That's it.
I'm really worried. Can we create some sort of safety plan?
Yes,
That's it.
the safety plan.
It all goes through the lens of I love you and I am just worried, and let's do some work. I'm not telling you what to do.
And if I felt like my sister was going to be resistant to that in any way, what I would do is I would even turn it back on me and just be like, I know I'm being ridiculous. This is just my anxiety.
Absolutely.
I would feel a lot better if we had some sort of safety plan.
Which, by the way, has the benefit of also being true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything in that statement is still true.
Yeah.
You're not lying to your sister. It's not, boy, do I wish you'd leave. It's, I love you, I care about you, and I don't want you to get hurt.
And even like I live far away, and it would just make me feel better if I knew there was a plan in place next time. Maybe he was going through a lot of emotional things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe just if there's something that you can, and I don't know what that safety plan looks like. I mean, I'm just kind of.
I would ask her,
yeah.
What do you think we should do? Is there a friend you have nearby you could call, or can you leave the home for a moment, just step out in the front yard to talk, anything like that? It can be whatever.
One thing we did with a friend years ago, she was in an abusive relationship, and we did something along, had these types of conversations, and made it very clear to her that we were not fans of her husband, but that we were fans of her, and that whatever choices she made in this, that's where our support was going to be. But we bought her. She lived in a different state than where we lived at the time, and we bought her a one-way ticket on Southwest from her house from where she lived to where we lived, and then we continued to just reschedule that flight forward. So we basically just had an active Southwest ticket that we then just carried forward. And eventually, I think we just used it for something else. Thankfully, we never had to use it for any emergency situation. I think we just used the mile points, whatever. Because Southwest, we did Southwest because they're easy to reschedule and easy to cancel and all that kind of stuff. But buy a reschedulable, cancelable plane ticket.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Refundable,
idea.
And then you just keep on moving it forward. Just stay ahead of it. Set yourself a reminder once a month or however often you need to reschedule it, and just bump it another 4 months, however far into the future it'll let you bump it.
Yeah.
And then when you need it that day, you reschedule it to that day. And there might be a difference in cost or whatever, depending on what you pay for it up front.
And that was for,
but you'll have it, and then it's ready to go, and it's already in their name.
Okay.
And so all they need to get on the plane is their identification and their phone, because the ticket's on their phone. And even if they don't have their phone, they just need their identification. They can go to the counter and do it that way.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if even the opposite would work too, for yourself to go see her. That's a really, because she seems very resistant, nothing's wrong, and I'm going to be cagey. I feel like even if you had a ticket booked, she may not get on it. But if you're able to, I actually love that idea to where it's it's just sitting there waiting, and if she did a concerning text or we've been arguing a lot or whatever, even just going out to be able to fly out for support, my thing's booked for 2 weeks from now, I can see if I can bump it up sooner, or it's kind of already there. You can even change it to sooner if you need to,
because once you have the ticket, it's easy to change it. Even if you have to pay extra, it's not
as much usually.
And now they make it so easy now, because now you can store a card in your account on the airline software and everything. So now you can really just have it all done, have it all authorized and everything. You hit the button, it's all set.
Yeah.
And then it's just get to the airport.
That is a great idea, in the sense that if she's in a situation where she just has a holy shit moment where she just got to get out of there, she doesn't even need to get onto the plane. As long as she can get through security at the airport, she's good. She's completely safe from that point on.
Yeah.
And then if you get to the gate and decide not to go, great. You decide not to go.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And honestly, worst case scenario, you're out whatever you paid for the ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the biggest bother, and you can do it, and we did it in a way that wasn't even a problem. I mean, you have to keep up with it.
Yeah, yeah.
You just have to remember that it's there and not let it lapse or whatever.
It's a good idea.
I think it's important to note as well, domestic violence is such a challenging area to work in. I hate to be Debbie Downer in this situation, but
Never
it really
stopped you before.
is. But I hate it, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
We know you will, Whitney.
I'll keep going.
I will wear a lime green trucker cap in public. You may think it's laundry day. That was yesterday.
My laundry is all clean. I found this shirt and got excited. It matches my lime green trucker.
If nothing else, you have to be in public between your house and my house.
Why are you giving me shit about coordinating outfits?
All my good shit's packed. Does that count? I packed all my cute stuff.
And your 8 carry-ons?
Yeah, right. My 8 carry-ons, my 2 check bags. But the downer thing to say here is that it is always up to that person whether or not they are going to get help, choose to leave, any of that. As far as being their support person, I think what Nick and Jacob have touched on so far has been very accurate. You kind of have to fake it a little bit say, you know, I love you, I support you, we're here for you, whatever you want. But I am worried and concerned. Yeah, for me, can you try a safety plan? If that doesn't work, and
This
she's
will make
like,
me feel better.
But if she's resistant to all of that, I think just trying to stay in touch with her and trying to be a listening ear is the best thing you can do. And at the end of the day, that's the saddest and scariest part about DV is that you have no control and you can see it so clearly. You're like, this is fucked up. This is not okay. And they still choose to stay in it. And you're like, why?
Yeah.
What's going on? You don't deserve that. You know, all the things that go through your mind, but
And
it
it's
is a
hard.
mind fuck being in it.
It's so hard because you have to put yourself to try to understand it. You have to put yourself in their shoes. You have to ignore the information you have because you're not in the room, you're not in the house, you're not in the relationship. So you have different information than what they have. Like it's so hard. The silver lining, though, honestly, Ryder, too, is the times that I've dealt with this, sometimes it has devolved into a real domestic violence situation.
Yeah.
Several times, quite a few times, the person who is the concern has gotten help and and they come through the other side. And
I've seen this too.
Nobody
talks about that.
Yeah,
too. That's true.
I have several friends, several married or in relationship friends that I am grateful today that I didn't make enemies of their partners when their partners were being assholes. When they were in maybe not situations quite this extreme,
right?
But pretty gnarly situations. I didn't go to those husbands, boyfriends, whatever they were. Of course, it's always male. It's never the other way around. Oh no, that's not true. There was one that was the other way around. Yeah, I had one that was the other way around.
Okay.
There's some other factors in that one too, though. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's almost always the boyfriend or husband, of course. But yeah, like
they get physical in one incident, and you're like, part of you wants to go punch the shit out of them, but it's like, I gotta just see if they're willing to get help and they're willing to work on it. Then I gotta wait and see.
I can think of one close friend. It is definitely a source still of tension between her husband and her still current husband and me, because I made like he was
bucked up.
He was very aware of exactly what I thought of him when some things that were not nearly this bad were going on in their relationship.
Right.
But it was it was not pleasant. It was some not nice things, and for a person that I'm very close with, but they worked through it and they got through it, and they are both very happy people now. And when we are around each other, we always have that moment of like that eye contact check in.
Yep, just
of like
half a second linger.
I know that you haven't always been my biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not even I'm watching you. Just like, hey, we've done this. We've gone around this merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Glad things are good.
The unspoken things.
Yeah, I don't know, Ryder. I think I would want some sort of a safety plan. If it's my sister, I want to ask questions. I want to know, like, hey, do you happen to see any warning signs? Anything that you notice about this person that leads up to violent behavior or manipulative behavior? Have you noticed anything like that? And maybe if there's something that you can kind of text me, an emoji or something that you and it's only something that we know, that you can kind of tell me what's going on, or that you're worried about something. Of course, then on the other hand is like, what do you do with that information once you have it? You're across the country,
That's actually a good point. I was just wondering too, like asking her, I know this is a little bit more of maybe therapy speak, but asking her, what point would be too far for you? Like what kind of gauging?
When would you get on a plane?
What would be happening to make you feel scared enough to like have to maybe get space? You don't even have to say leave them. Like I don't think we bring up that, but just say that you think you would need to like get out of that situation for a temporary time. It doesn't have to be forever, and see what she says. She might just say, I don't know, but I would be curious what.
But I really can't stress enough. Like when you have that conversation, you want to have that from the point of view of like, hey, if and or when that ever were to happen, I want you to know, like, get to the airport and come to my house.
Yeah.
Like, come, I will take care of everything.
Yep.
You get here. I mean, it's got to be from that perspective. Or, you know, like
Like while you work it out. Again, always
That's it. You're
word
just working it out.
You're just working
You're
it
working
out.
it out. We're not making any big decisions.
Nope.
We're just seeing a dangerous situation and getting out of the dangerous situation. And
Until
then we'll
everyone
figure
can
it
calm
out.
down.
That's
Yeah.
it. We'll figure it out from there, but let's get to there.
Gosh, that is so tough watching loved ones go through that.
Yeah.
Man.
Also, if you're not a Patreon and you wanted to join the Discord, I know there's probably a lot of our listeners that maybe have had to deal with that situation or similar situations that maybe can jump in and offer their advice
Absolutely.
as well.
I bet so. Good luck, Ryder. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss being conflicted about my father. We're talking about pod therapy.
Oh, we're getting all Jacob's family.
All the
That's it.
family.
Bringing them in.
Today's episode is brought to you by Robert Brownie, Junior Mintz, Kayla Lansbury, Kevin Chamberlain, Ben Stanley, Adam Hathaway, Dan Martin, Lib, Heyo, Andrew Langmead, Chad Mag, and Inca LaPrince. Would you like to sponsor the show? Become a therapy producer. Patreon.com/therapy. All right. Whitney.
Yes.
I'll give you the lyric. You got to tell me song and artist.
Song and artist. Okay.
Return thee to the realm of yon sweet child, where mirth doth blossom and roses bloom.
Ha! Fuck you, Whitney.
You know what?
God damn it.
I think this isn't necessarily mistaken lyrics. I think some of these are just
lyrics?
AI just didn't know
lyrics
the lyrics.
that they changed.
Did you use AI?
It wasn't me.
No.
This is from Emma.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'll give you options.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Back to December by Taylor Swift.
Oh, shit.
Take Me Home, Country Roads, John Denver. Sweet Child, Oh Mine, Guns N' Roses.
Where do we go?
Or Baby Mine by Bette Midler.
Baby mine, my baby mine.
Oh, thank you, because I was
No,
like,
that's
Different song entirely.
That's Sweet
Oh.
Child of Mine.
That's
Dang it.
Sweet Child of Mine.
okay, read the lyrics again, please.
No.
Damn it.
Return thee to the realm of yon sweet child, where mirth doth blossom and roses bloom.
Is that Sweet Child of Mine?
Yeah, it is.
All
yeah,
right.
fuck you, Jacob. Again. Fuck you. With my trucker hat. Okay.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, this is a misheard.
Trucker Hat Whitney is getting
Trucker
aggressive.
Hat Whitney's here to stay.
Oh, man, that would be a great T-shirt.
That would be. Maybe I'll
That'd
wear my
be-
trucker hat to Scoop Fest.
Trucker Hat
I
Whitney.
sent you a T-shirt design the other day.
You did?
Just a croissant.
Oh, yeah.
Croissant.
It was just a picture of a croissant
Yeah.
with the word croissant.
Jacob's been very creative lately.
All right, Jacob.
Oh, no, it said pod therapy. I got to say pod therapy instead of croissant. That's right. It's just a picture of a croissant and said pod therapy.
You're like, this is a good shirt idea.
I was like, this is a good idea.
It's good.
It's a very inside joke idea, but it's still a good shirt idea.
Misheard lyric. So you got to say what the actual lyric is.
Okay.
Dancing Queen, feel the beat from the tangerine. ABBA.
Right.
So what is it supposed to be?
Oh. I knew it
I'll
was
feel the
Dancing
beat from
Queen.
the tangerine,
Yeah.
you know.
It's tambourine.
It's
Feel the
gotta
beat
be,
from the
right?
tambourine.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
My wife was in an ABBA show for about a year and a half.
You're like, I
was she
better know
really?
this.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I learned a lot of ABBA songs in that time.
All right, Whitney. Two musicians document a list of world events like a history lecture.
Boo.
Oh. Okay.
I don't remember what the second one is.
Yeah, I don't get the second one.
I know this.
Are there
I've heard the
two
second one.
answers?
Yeah, no, there's two. Because somebody did
Is
it
this
again.
one where they talk fast in the beginning of that song?
Yeah, it's that one.
It's the Micro
Dun,
Machines
dun,
guy.
dun, dun, dun.
It's his single that he did.
I feel like Jacob's lying to me.
All right. Here are your
Yes,
options.
I'm lying to you
Yes.
about the Micro Machines guy doing a single. I'm definitely lying.
I don't know
about
those
that.
words that you're saying, so I'm just
We
gonna
Didn't
go
Start
with-
the Fire, Billy Joel.
Yes, that
American Pie. You want to hear the rest of them
one.
or
Sure.
no?
Okay.
American Pie, Don McLean.
You said it was two songs.
Scenes
done
from an
twice.
Italian Restaurant, Billy Joel. And The Times They Are A-Changin', Bob Dylan.
Oh, wait, there's two of those are the answer?
No, because there's only one answer given.
I know the answer, but it's not.
So
it's not done well.
Is it we didn't start the fire?
It is.
It is.
Yes!
Congratulations.
I'm so good at this.
Last year or so, who redid it?
Somebody redid that?
Somebody redid We
man.
Didn't Start the Fire. And it
Jacob's still
was...
alive.
Oh, it was Fall Out Boy.
Oh, Fallout Boy.
Fall Out Boy in 2023 redid We Didn't Start the Fire.
All right, I'm also going to listen to that on my way home.
But it is all of the events that Billy Joel sang about. They changed out all those events, so it's out now more like modern stuff. And
that's kind of cool.
It's not.
Oh, it's not.
It's
okay.
terrible.
Let me just load it up on my Spotify
9/11's
for the
in there.
ride home.
If you're wondering, did they include 9/11 in the list of the events? The answer is yeah, they did.
We didn't start the fire, Fallout
right.
Boy. That is hilarious.
Okay, Jacob, here we go. Last one.
You got this, buddy.
Here's the lyric. I'll give you the lyric, the mistaken lyric. You got to give me the song and the artist.
Okay.
Thy melody hath bewitched mine heart and entrenched mine very soul.
You get all this Shakespeare.
Meatloaf? Sounds Meatloaf.
No. I think this is not...
My melody has entrenched my heart and has done something else to my soul.
I'll give you an extra point for that.
That was worth it.
I don't think this is a mistaken lyric. This is a rewritten lyric.
Okay.
So
We're all figuring
options
it out
are
together.
Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley. Your Song, Elton John. The Way You Look Tonight, Frank Sinatra. Or Unchained Melody, The Righteous Brothers.
Oh, it's got to be Unchained Melody.
It is not.
Oh.
Mother.
I felt like I knew the lyrics to that one the least.
Elvis Presley.
Yes. Can't Help Falling in Love. Way to go.
Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA Riots, Rodney King, Deep Fakes, Earthquakes, Iceland Volcano, Oklahoma City Bomb, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger Woods, MySpace, Monsanto, GMOs. That's the first verse.
Oh, wow.
Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, Fukushima, Japan, Crimean Peninsula, Cambridge Analytica, Kim Jong-un, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire.
Why was Robert Downey Jr. in there?
Because it's just a pop culture reference.
He's a guy who exists.
More war in Afghanistan. Cubs go all the way again. Obama, Spielberg, explosion, Lebanon, Unabomber, Bobbitt, John.
Bobbitt?
I really like Bobbitt, John.
Bobbitt?
John Bobbitt is the guy that his wife cut off his penis and threw it out the window of a moving car.
Oh, shit.
Okay. 90s news.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bombing Boston Marathon, Balloon Boy, War on Terror, QAnon. That's the rounding out of that verse. So yeah, the Fall Out Boy version of this song, not great.
So good, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So good.
Brings up a lot of fond memories is what it does.
I love thinking about
Okay,
those
so the
things.
whole time you were saying Fall Out Boy, for whatever reason, I had in my head 21 Pilots.
I was like, Blink-182.
Blink-182.
To be fair, I've never seen those three bands in the same room together.
Well,
I don't have any cause to say that they are not the same band. I was about
That's
to ask.
you.
Somebody should read the next question.
Who?
That's the one we just read. Let me just scroll on
The
down.
Faja.
Conflicted about my Faja. Hello, fools. Please save this for an episode when Whitney is present, if possible, as I really value her perspective. Oh, shit. I'm just looking at the clock. We are out of time.
I hate y'all so much.
We'll get back to it next week when Whitney is gone. Obligatory context. I am a 30-year-old female. Pronouns are she and her. Thank you very much. I have not spoken to my father in almost 20 years. My parents divorced when I was in elementary school after a long history of him cheating on my mom and other transgressions that we do not have time to get into. My dad filed for divorce and drug out the process for years, causing marked distress for my mom during that time. During the 2 brief years that he had visitation rights, he had a live-in girlfriend and drank heavily, both explicitly against the court-mandated requirements for my visitation. My dad is a longtime alcoholic and known to have used other harder drugs as well, and was even fired from a very cushy job for partying on company dime and time, eventually leading to an incident that prompted me and my sibling to stop seeing him and obtain a restraining order. He refused to pay child support until his checks were garnished, and for a time even paid for us to have medical insurance per the court orders, but never sent the card so that we could not utilize these services.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That's a dick move.
Well, is it a dick move or is it a strung out clueless move? Did he not do it to be an asshole, or did he not do it because he was strung out and
see
forgot?
that go either way.
Yeah,
Right.
It could be either way.
Or both. You could one doesn't get rid of the other.
And you can even order a new one because it just go to his address.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
This caused us to go without necessary medical care for most of my childhood.
Jesus.
He certainly shows signs of narcissistic traits, even admitting that he does not care about others other than how they can benefit him. Eventually, when I was in high school, he abruptly moved to another state to avoid paying for my college expenses.
Oh my God.
Joke's on him, as I was still a junior in high school. Turns out he never learned my birthday, despite my mother correcting him his court documents numerous times.
Oh my God. You poor thing.
Officially corrected court documents, even. Oh, that sucks. I don't mean to laugh at you, Ryder. I'm just laughing at the craziness of the whole
absurdity,
thing.
yeah.
All this to say, I know he's not a good person. He hasn't attempted to make contact. Hasn't attempted to contact me in all these years. Made our lives hell on purpose and caused me to seek years of therapy to undo the damage. It is known in my family that he never cared about me from conception, and I was mostly ignored and dismissed by him. Yet, he is half of my genetics and still my father. I go through phases where I think of him often and wish to contact him, and times where I hope he just dies so I can stop having to wrestle with this. I do not desire a relationship, nor do I expect any change, nor an apology. So, do I listen to this visceral yearning to just connect with my dad even though he's a piece of shit? I don't expect much, but think I may... I don't expect much, but think I may just have a natural desire to connect with my dad because, well, he's my dad. Frankly, I think I need some advice on how to actually choose yes or no, since I've spent 10 plus years battling with this choice of whether or not to even try to contact him. If I choose to, how can I possibly prepare to be rejected entirely and or disappointed if we do speak? And if I choose not to, I know he won't live forever, and I am afraid of regretting it if I never try before he dies. I appreciate and welcome any advice /perspective/jokes. Many thanks in advance. Whitney's biggest fan.
Aww.
Please keep me anonymous.
Hey.
P.S. Jacob, congrats on your doctorate. Thank you so much.
He worked hard
It took
for
me
it.
an embarrassingly long time listening to this podcast to learn that you are, in fact, not a real life coach. P.S.S. I am a resident therapist, should be fully licensed next year. Congratulations.
Yay.
And have often recommended deep dives or segments of episodes for clients. Keep
Aw.
doing what you're doing. That's the Anonymous.
Oh, thank you.
So sweet. Thank you for writing in.
And as far as me not being a real life coach, says who?
Debatable.
Says who?
Debatable. You can do it. You don't. What do you
Name
need to be a life
one
coach?
real life coach.
The doctor?
I dare you.
I dare you.
I dare you name a realer life coach than me.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry your dad is so fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Like, good grief.
Some people just shouldn't have children.
Yeah.
Some people are just not cut out to have children.
Yeah.
And it sucks when they... It doesn't always suck, but it can really suck when they do.
Yeah. For real. So reading this, I feel like it is natural to have that yearning. I think it comes from us having that innate desire to like connect with a parent who should, the shoulds, I hate the shoulds, but it's real, who should have done this or should have done that. They should have taken care of me. They should have my best interest at heart. That's what a parent should do.
They should have acted as a parent.
Yes, exactly. Even the bare minimum, like that's what I think we expect as children, even adult children. And so when they don't do that, it like leaves a gap there that you just don't know what to do with sometimes. It can, not everyone has that yearning, but I think a lot of people do still, even when they are abandoned by a parent. And so when it comes to, do I reach out? I know, because here's what I hear. You're like, well, I have low expectations, but I kind of think they're not as low as you think. I think maybe deep down you still are thinking maybe it's been years and he's changed, or like
you don't do this if you actually don't have any expectations, right?
Yeah, because what would be the point?
Right.
Yeah, like that was kind of my question that you should ask yourself. What is my purpose in reaching out, and what do I really expect? And so I think you have to sit with that first. I would either, whether it's journaling, whether you have a really good friend that you trust to talk to, or a sibling maybe.
Or a therapist.
A therapist.
Maybe you have a therapist.
Yes, they would be great for that. But something to kind of get it out. I just had a client this past week who was like betrayed by a roommate that moved out, and they were really upset by it. And some time had passed. The person just like kind of ghosted them, and they were friends before they were roommates. And so she texts me and says, all right, the person reached out. They want to come get their stuff. And part of me wants to just make them interact with me and sit down and talk through this. And I was like, I responded, I said, what do you think is actually going to happen from that? They have been so avoidant. I said, I don't really think you're going to get closure. I don't normally tell clients like what something that direct.
Yeah.
You don't normally say like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I normally wouldn't, but I have a decent rapport with this client, and I was like, girl.
You can do that if you want, but not what I would do.
I know. Yeah. Basically, I was like, I don't think you're going to get what you think you're going to get from that. And she was
and
like,
your client
you're
was like,
kind of
man,
right.
Trucker Hat Whitney is so wise.
Trucker Hat Whitney, wear it to all my sessions.
Just has a folksy wisdom about her.
I wear my
Back in
aviators
my
and
day.
chew gum.
Spends a lot of time during our session in a rocking chair.
Come on
Chewing
down.
on a hayseed.
Come on down, honey. Sit down.
The pipe was a bit much.
A long cigarette.
Cigarette holder.
No, I agree though. It reminds me of this good feedback that I heard a therapist say once, which is the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior.
When did you hear that?
Years ago.
Interesting.
Years ago. But yeah, I think there is kind of that idea of, and I think what I kind of understand what the writer's talking about in the sense like when the writer's saying I don't have expectations, I think what they're kind of saying without realizing is I don't have any expectations of really great things happening.
Right.
But the writer probably has expectations of neutral things happening.
You've pictured like a conversation
Yes.
Oh, that's a good point.
being had.
Yeah. And in reality, is
They're a
the
man-child and
past
they're not going to.
behavior consistent with this neutral version of we're not gonna bond, we're not gonna have a great
we
meaningful
might not
conversation,
hug and do anything, but we're gonna have
but
we're gonna chat and
we're
maybe
gonna
have
be
some
able
lunch.
Yeah. Is that gonna happen, or is it more likely that you're gonna schedule a lunch and he doesn't show up?
Right.
Yeah.
Or that he shows up and he's drunk, or he says, I never loved your mother, or whatever,
And all
the
that
thing
to
is.
say, I wouldn't say take all of those reasons and not do it.
Right.
I agree. I was
Yeah.
going to jump to that
But
in a minute.
take all of those reasons and manage those expectations accurately.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you need to have a realistic picture of what this is going to look like before you make a decision. Not making a decision based off of the best possible thing this could be, but what's the most realistic thing?
And I mean, if the decision is, I want, for my own peace of mind, I want to try to have this conversation before he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds like the writer kind of needs
Or
that.
right.
Yeah.
And that's a perfectly reasonable need, I think, on your
I
part to
agree.
have.
For sure.
And if you take a swing at it and you miss, at least you know you took that swing.
Yeah, or I don't even need him to reply, or I don't need him to say anything. I just need him to know these things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It might
Fine.
it might be a
Fine.
letter.
Yeah.
And a letter asking where you tell him some things that you feel like you need to tell him.
I don't know if this guy is much of a reader. But
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I would think about it strongly first.
Yeah.
Really establish those expectations, and then consider how you're going to reach out, do all of those things. But it sounds, I think Whitney's right. I think it sounds like you almost need this to at least. It sounds like you need to try.
Yeah.
Do you think, if the writer, let's just say, and we don't know this for sure, but let's just say that the writer has maybe some expectation or hope that something positive could happen. Would it be worth having a conversation with Dad to experience the opposite. As in like, this could go bad, but at least that way, then now I know that like, okay, well, I tried it.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I was hopeful that this was going to be, pleasant or at least neutral.
Right.
And it wasn't. Is it worth the experience? And maybe the writer has to kind of ask that. I don't know.
And I tell you what, it just kind of rattled loose in my own brain as I was talking a second ago too. I would write a couple of, even if you're going to have this meeting in person and not email or letter or whatever it is, I would write a couple of practice letters.
Oh, sure.
Sit down and just to try to get your own thoughts in order, because there's a lot going on in your head. And so like what you don't want to do is to have this meeting. You don't want to have this sit down and then leave it and have you in the car going like, shit, I should have said,
I meant to say this,
I meant to bring this
that.
up. Like have practice that a little bit. Maybe even write down some bullet points that you're like, these are the things that I really have to talk about. Or hell, I mean, write him a letter, or write a letter and read him a letter. Do any of these things, but do all of this stuff before reaching out. I would say.
Yeah.
I would almost like.
What do you think, Nick?
This is just Nick's crazy brain.
This is a great episode.
Yeah. But like, if I did that and I wrote this letter to my estranged father, I kind of want to write a letter back from his perspective.
Interesting.
And then, but I would write two of them back. Like, I'm going to write back a letter, which would be my best hopes of a conversation.
Okay.
And this would be like, I've been thinking about you a lot. I feel terrible about what I've done. I always wish I could have had a good relationship with you.
Sure.
Absolute best it could go.
Yeah. Hallmark movie.
A second
burn it.
one.
No, just kidding.
And then write a second one with the absolute worst it could be.
Right.
And just be like,
which is going to be a lot shorter.
The hint that I don't want to have any contact with you.
Yeah.
And just very upfront, just, as
make it heartbreaking.
Yeah. And then to just kind of put them away for a couple days and then pull them back out later and read them and just kind of get a sense of like, okay, now I at least know where the goalposts are here. I know what's
it's
on
like
one
exposure
direction.
therapy a little bit.
Yeah, what's on the other end, and then maybe I can make some kind of decision. Or at least that way, if I do choose to find him and meet with him, it's like, well, I've already prepared myself emotionally for the best and the worst possible outcomes.
Right.
So I feel like I'm better capable of dealing
Probably
with
going to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Do we agree
hard.
that, I mean, it sounds like, I think we all agree that like if the writer feels like this is something that she needs to do, then go ahead and do it type thing. But
I think
prepare
so.
for it first.
I
mean, I would, again, like kind of going back to the very first letter, I'd almost kind of do the same thing with like a safety plan.
Yeah.
Just kind of have a plan of like, okay, if I'm going to do this, what are the things that I'm going to do immediately after this? Who do I have for support?
That's
and
true.
I'm just going to choose to like schedule something with my best friend. Hey, let's just go hang out. And they don't even need to know why they're there, but I just want to have somebody around me in case shit goes south. Then I've got like some way that I can kind of process this with another human being.
Hopefully you have a friend that you can just call and say like, hey, I'm going to have a bad day on Thursday.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just be at the house while I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, the letter thing, I kind of like that. It's an interesting concept. I think it's could be very helpful to kind of get used to the negative feedback that might come. I guess I do agree with Jacob that if you're having
Always smart.
if you're having the inkling of like, I feel like I won't have closure if I don't try, that is so important. I think I just mentioned this in the last couple of weeks, like having that experience with a family member where I was like really bummed about the progression of our relationship and just kind of being like, all right, I'm going to give it one more shot. This is it. And after that, I'm only going off of what I want or don't want from this relationship. But I got to give them that chance. For me, I felt like it went surprisingly well for me, but that doesn't mean that it will always go. I was fully ready for it to lead nowhere and just leave from talking with them and be like, okay, well, now I know I tried my best. That's
although Jim didn't show up tonight, so we'll see.
God, I know it was him. My family. Yeah, so I feel like that helps you have your own sense of closure. Like I tried my best and he didn't try hardly anything. You know, I won't say enough. He hasn't
But then
tried anything. But that's all we're in control of is our own actions.
Yeah.
So I really like the idea of like
I mean, having that feeling of I did what I could do.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very least, for the rest of your life, for your own mental health, you get to say, I tried.
You know,
But make it, you do have to make sure it's a real try.
yeah.
Because it's only for you, so you know if it's a shitty try.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
I love it.
And I'm going to go completely a different direction.
Great.
Okay.
Which is,
Kill him.
okay,
Have him killed.
Not
maybe
wrong.
not that far. I always have to remember who's in the room with me when I have these conversations.
The worst
And I'm like,
thing
how
you
much?
could possibly do.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. If you choose not to have a conversation with this, and let's just play this out, and he passes away and he dies, and you never have this conversation, you still didn't do anything wrong.
No.
So remember that as well. I don't want you to feel...
I agree with that totally.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like, oh, fuck, the pressure's on me. I have to do this. No, you can.
Yeah.
That is an option.
You
And
weren't the parent.
Yeah, if you want to do that and you want to experience that, and if that means something to you that, you know, like what Whitney said was like, well, at least I did this. Okay, then cool, then do that. But you don't feel like you have to do that.
No. You don't have an obligation to do that.
Exactly.
Your parent had an obligation to parent you
Yeah.
when you were a child and failed at that obligation.
Yeah, your only
That doesn't mean
obligation-
that you now have an obligation because your parent failed at that obligation.
Your only obligation is to live the best life you can live.
Yes.
That's it. And yeah.
You know, it's funny. I
Good point.
remembered this when you mentioned the writing the kind letter, like the best case scenario. Part of me was like, if dad does die, I actually don't hate the idea of writing the nice letter to like, just to be like, yeah.
Just to get through
maybe
the rest of your life.
Yeah, just to be like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe he would have done all these really nice things, and maybe this is that like La La Land CBT stuff where we just like gaslight ourselves. But
Yeah.
I don't care if that helps me live at peace the rest of my life,
And
because I'm like,
is.
you know what, my dad
And I mean,
wished he would have done better, and I'm going to move on now.
It's a silly thing to say, and it's almost contrived. But life is so fucking complicated, and life is so fucking hard. And I'm not making excuses for your dad, but I mean,
He just wasn't
at the
able
same
to do
time,
the
like
job.
there's stuff going on in his life that for whatever reason, and it might just be because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, he didn't get that job done.
Yep.
And that just sucks.
Yeah.
It's not fair to you. It's
And
not
it's-
fair to the people that you interact with. If you're having kids, it's not fair to your kids.
Yeah.
It's just not fair. And it's so very shitty.
And him not getting the job done is not a reflection on you.
No. And it doesn't mean that you now have to do something as a result of that.
Yep.
You have zero obligation to do anything in this.
Not
it
your
sounds
monkey, not your circus.
That's it. It sounds like you want to take a shot, though, and hopefully have some kind of adult relationship with your father. And I don't mean that in the joking case that I would normally mean having an adult relationship with your father in.
yeah, who would
That's
ever
not what
make
I
a
meant
joke?
at all.
No.
And I just wanted to shoot that down before Whitney
Yeah.
made that joke, because I could see her winding
could
up
read
to
my
make
mind.
it. Yep.
My trucker hat just
Whitney was
really
definitely going
brings
to talk
out.
a lot about the adult relationship that you and your father are going to have.
Yeah, down here
Yep.
in the south. Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry. Are
No,
we
no,
done,
go.
Jacob? The last thing I was going to say is we've talked about this recently in the Discord I saw where
Oh, I didn't
whatever,
see that.
whatever happens. Yeah, the adult relationships.
Now he's interested in
Now
that.
we
I
got
was
your
in the adult
attention. Now
relationship
you're going to be
section.
in the Discord. But it's the, oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought thinking about
You were
adult
on the
relationship.
Discord.
Okay, Discord, yes, where we talked about like grieving certain relationships. And I want to throw that out there for like the aftermath. If you choose to go meet with your dad, if things do not go well, even worse than you expected when you expected the worst, because he sounds like a piece of work. So I'm just like, I don't know. But let's say you choose to follow through with it. I think the next step is working on sort of just grieving the loss of having a parent that should have been a better parent to you, and just saying that sucks for me. And grieving someone who's still alive is really difficult.
Yeah.
And grieving that lost, the lost childhood opportunities.
Yes.
Because I mean, there were things that were missed.
Yes.
There were things
because
that
your dad
that
was
were
not able
missed.
to do the job that
Yeah,
he was
and you
supposed
can't
to
get
do.
those back. And so I mean, having a therapist to even just talk about that kind of stuff. I'd like you to do that. That'd be. It seems like a nice thing to be able to work with and work on and hopefully get some kind of closure and get past a little bit to some degree. I'm sorry, Ryder. That sucks. It's a bad situation, and I'm sorry that you're having to deal with it.
Yep. Thank you for writing in.
Thank you.
Give us an update if you choose to do that.
Yes.
Really interested in a follow-up, so let us know.
Yep.
Speaking of follow-ups.
Yeah?
We have a follow-up email. I'm just going to read to you really quickly.
Follow-up.
Directed...
it's a follow-up.
Directed to Jacob.
Hello.
Yakub.
Hey, respectable pod therapy people and Jim. I want to send a quick clarification to the trivia from episode 397. Jacob claimed that flaps were a control surface for airplanes.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so you kind of not fully declared shenanigans, but you
was
continued under protest.
Yeah, there was not a shenanigans call,
Right.
but there was a protest call.
Okay. So as an aerospace engineer...
Thank you.
Okay.
That gets
This is who I need to hear from.
Yes. That gets paid to fix airplanes.
Yes.
Fair.
I know this shit, and the flaps are not used to control the airplane. They are used
I
during...
need the definition.
Okay.
I need the definition of control.
So there's more.
Good.
They are used during takeoff and
confused.
landing to
Yes.
change the lift profile of the wings so that they can generate more lift at lower speeds, thus reducing the
Right.
distance required to take off and land.
And I would say that I would call that a mode of control.
Okay.
Because I know what flaps do.
Okay.
And that's what I thought that would be considered a mode of control. So keep talking.
Hylian Scoop continues.
Mm-hmm.
The other things that are definitely for controlling the pitch, which are the elevators,
Yep.
roll, ailerons, and yaw, rudder, of the aircraft. The flaps are too close to the fuselage and do not operate fast enough to be effective control surfaces.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Jacob, you're wrong this time.
No, I think we just have I think what I am wrong. And I think what I am wrong about is my understanding of the definition of the word control in that question. Because, the flaps don't control the flight of the airplane.
Right.
But they do control an aspect of the airplane.
Yeah, it's the lift.
Yeah. Yeah, I accept that. That's fine.
Thanks for all the great content. Keep up the awesome work, Hylian Scoop.
Thank you, Lay It Scoop.
Yes. From an actual aerospace engineer. So that's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You should
Wow, what did
tune
they get
in
out
on
of this?
a lot of these
What did
trivia
they get out of
questions.
this podcast?
Yeah.
This one's been pretty much right. All right, we're going to take another break. I always forget about this break.
Yeah.
We're going to take another break, and then we're going to come back and not take breaks anymore.
No.
Today's episode is brought to you by Robert Brownie, Jr. Mintz, Kayla Lansbury, Kevin Chamberlain, Ben Stanley, Adam Hathaway, Dan Martin, Lib, Heyo, Andrew Langmead, Chad Mag, and Inca La Prince. If you'd like to sponsor the show, become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy. We'll save the trivia for next time.
They're new
As
Patreons.
we wrap up the show, we want to
Oh,
remind you that if you sign up for patreon.com/therapy, you can get the extended version of the show, an ad-free and a day early, as well as enjoy our live chat Discord community and our weekly deep dive interviews, skill shares, roundups, and rants.
You need my hat for the
Trucker hat.
And we got some new supporters. We got a new Therapal,
Woohoo!
Adonna Savage.
Ooh, savage.
Welcome. And we've got a returning friend, a new Therapod,
Oh.
Ellie O'Dare.
Oh, how
back.
nice. Ellie O'Dare. So good to hear from you. Kind of heard from you. We heard your name.
We're glad we saw
It's
your
nice
name.
to hear your name.
Yeah.
All right, and we'd like to thank our thank the benevolent, reverend, generous, and fragrantly fragrant.
I always say fragrantly in my head.
I like
I'm so
fragrantly.
glad you said
You
that.
can tell who wrote this.
Yeah.
Pro Therapy diehards
Jimothy.
who love us so much.
James.
Fuck it, Dirty and Pickett. Thank
Dirty
you.
B and Pickett. And we want to
like,
especially thank our bosses, the mysterious and shrouded Illuminati members of our fan club, the Thera producers. Thank you, Jake Schneider, Myra, Robert Brownie Jr. Mint, Smitty Scoop, Richard fucking Macy, Judy Schneider, Malia, Leon Kassab, Carolyn Albert, Kevin Chamberlain, Tess Miller, Dan Martin, Sammy Scoop, Slurpy K, motherfucker, Ben Stanley, slap in your face, Sarah Smith, I think I know her, Adam Hathaway, Byler T, Mike Helm, Oscar Swanrose.
Swanwoes.
Swanwose. Paris?
Paris?
Paris, Paras,
Yep.
sure. A Sunny Boy, Darren Cunningham, Lib, Sandra McWaffle, Team Monaco, Thunder, Cougar, Falcon, Scoop, Hey Yo, Hannah Marie, Andrew Langmead, Emma, Tonka, and Pony Soprano, Elena, Cody the DeLorean guy, Brady Malachik, Chick Fellatio, Gabriel McAdams, Sean Sutherland, Max the Ginger Scoop, Chad Mag, Adam Warren, Inca LaPrince, Sam Cohn, Be Gay, Do Crimes.
Love it.
And if you'd like to hear this episode uncut and unedited,
And why wouldn't you?
and enjoy our spontaneous side project, go to patreon.com/therapy. And thank you for supporting mental health. That's good.
Music, there we go. No problem.
No good. We're good.
That's all the time we have for this
We're doing
week's
great.
session. We want to thank our landlords, SJ and the Ruckus.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
thanks to those of you who contributed to our show today. We really appreciate it. Remember, pod therapy isn't something that you should keep all to yourself. Share this episode with the world and tag us on the socials when you do. It's at PodTherapyGuys on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. It's /PodTherapy on Facebook. And don't forget about all the extra goodies at patreon.com/therapy.
Do you want to submit a question to the show? You
Do
can
it.
ask anonymously at podtherapy.net. Email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com or click the link in the episode description to be taken to our anonymous Google form. I'm Nick Tangeman.
I'm Whitney.
I'm James Jobin.
Thanks, and we'll see you for your appointment next week. We did it.
We did it. We did a great job, everyone.
Yeah, good show.
I'm proud of y'all.